Daylight savings. What is it? Why is it?
This is the start of Season 2 of the Amphigory Effect, and we are here today to talk about daylight saving. Daylight saving.
Right.
It's not plural, actually.
No plural.
That was one of the most interesting things that I've learned this whole time. Daylight saving time. Well, a lot of people think that Benjamin Franklin came up with this idea for daylight saving time, but it's actually not true. He had a vague notion where he wrote a satirical essay while he was staying in Paris, France, where he talked about how they were wasting on their wax and their candles when they could just get up with the sun. He wasn't actually saying that we should move our clocks. So he basically had a sort of idea that people took and morphed into what would become daylight saving time. But who was the first person to actually suggest this?
Over 100 years later, William Willett, an Englishman, came up with an idea to, instead of having people wake up earlier, simply change the clocks.
And that was in 1905. But William Willett was actually, he was riding his horse down London in 1905, and he was like, this is such a pretty day. I wish people could be awake during these times. So why don't we just push time forward so that everyone wakes up and the sun is out and it's out longer and we have more daytime.
Easy solution, right? Wow.
You think everyone would jump on that chance.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Unfortunately.
Parliament actually, William Willett spent most of his life savings and earnings, because he was a rather wealthy guy, trying to get this thing passed in Parliament, and they kept turning him down until Germany in World War I.
Just after
Oh,
William's
that's so
death.
sad. He died in 1915, and in 1916, Germany was like, oh yeah, we need more daytime to do more war stuff. So let's make that happen. That guy had a cool idea.
And
he
then,
missed it by like that much.
Ironically enough, the United Kingdom adopted the same idea about a week later. So
we actually have World War I to thank for daylight saving time, because the U.S. adopted it shortly after that as well, in an effort to make wartime efforts last longer because they have more daylight to do it.
God bless William Willett.
God bless. May he rest in peace. Knowing that his idea came to fruition, and it's a year after he died. That's so sad, man. Oh my God.
Hashtag we're with Willie.
We're with Willie. So, what about today, though? Why do we still do it today? It makes a little bit of sense that they wanted more daylight hours for the war effort so they could do more work, but that's not really why we have it today. I heard a myth that I actually was interested to find wasn't the case, was that this was implemented for farmers after World War I. They kept it around for farmers, and that's not true, actually. Farmers hate it. They absolutely hate it. Why is that?
Well, it turns out farmers actually don't care about what time it is. They just care about what time the sun comes up, because they need to see the chickens in order to cut their heads off or something.
Think of it this way. You get up with the dawn, right? Doesn't matter what time of day it is. 7, 8, whatever, 6 in the morning. Doesn't matter. They get up. They do their farm stuff. But now, because the time is shifted, the market isn't going to be open as early, or it might be open too early, and they won't have their stuff to sell. It messes up everything they try to do. Because they're on this strict schedule, and now everyone else is doing completely different things, and it messes up their whole routine. So they actually are one of the biggest people that fight against this. But there's got to be people who want it to happen, right?
Yeah. Today, I think the people that are most in favor of it are actually retailers. They found that people are way more willing to spend money later in the evening when it's actually still light outside.
Yep.
So,
and big gas companies too, because if it's daylight outside and after you get out work, you're probably not going to just go home. You could probably go out and do some shopping or something, since it's still daylight outside. And so they're actually some of the biggest advocates for keeping daylight saving time. I did it. I messed it up.
So bad with those S's.
Yeah, it's so bad. But what's cool about it is not the entirety of the U.S. doesn't do this, right? There's 2 states that don't.
Because the national bill got repealed way back, I think it was 1919.
Yeah.
It became a sort of a state and local principality issue. So up until about, I think it was 2006, the state of Indiana was about half and half as far as observing daylight saving time, which is pretty crazy. I think now there's still 2 states.
I think it's Hawaii and Arizona, I believe.
That still don't
they just don't practice it.
Pretty crazy.
That'd be weird.
You go over the state line and all of a sudden you're...
It's not at the same time.
Add into that when you have, time zones and things get crazy. So
that's pretty insane.
Oh, it turns out there are actually also people who want to get rid of daylight saving time.
So we talked about farmers already.
Mm-hmm.
And is there any health benefits or anything? Or
actually, people think there might be health risks and I suppose benefits depending on whether you're springing forward or back. People say that studies show actually that when you lose that hour of sleep, incidences of accidents, car accidents, accidents at work, heart attacks, even strokes, all increase on the following Monday and Tuesday, typically.
Seasonal affective disorder, they show an increase of that when the schedule changes, because you have sometimes the days are really long and sometimes the days are really short, and that can affect that system. But actually, I believe personally, and this is just my opinion, that these problems already exist in these people that suffer from these, stressful especially.
Definitely.
So when you lose some sleep, or now your schedule's out of whack and you're more stressed out, it can contribute to these diseases and ailments and afflictions that can cause this. But it's not something to scoff off as, well, they have problems.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
I think people could make big strides in this regard by preparing, by adjusting your sleep schedule a few days in advance of daylight saving time changing.
But is it worth it though? Should we even have it? And that's what we want you guys to tell us in the comments. So now that we all collectively know more about daylight saving time, tell us what you think. Tell us, do you think we should implement it? Or
is it annoying?
Do you live in an area that doesn't implement it? Hawaii, Arizona, and places around the world still don't practice this. So let us know in the comments if you think this is a good system or not. And let us know anything else you want us to talk about. Everyday items that just stump you and that you want to know more about. That's what we're here for. That's why we're doing it. So you don't have to. Let us be your Google search engine for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you guys next week for Season 2, Episode 2.
Bye-bye, Internet.
Bye.